Today's look is all about classic beauty. It's that bold lip, a glowing complexion, and a beautiful eye. This look is great for Christmas, great for New Year's, or really just any time of year. If you'd like to learn how to get this look, keep watching. I'm going to start off by using NYX's eyeshadow base in white. And we're just going to put a thin layer of that evenly all over the lid, all the way up to under our brow. And I'm just using my ring finger because that is the finger that has the least amount of pressure. You want to be careful around this area of your eye because it's very delicate. And you want to use blotting or stippling motions. You don't want to pull it. Once you have a nice even layer of the white, you're just going to go in with a flat shader brush. Starting off with Inglot shadow number 46. It's a really pretty pearly pinky shadow. Quite light. And we're just going to apply this all over the lid area. And again, we're just pressing that onto the lid. We're not swiping it back and forth. This way we get as much of the pigment as possible and the best payoff possible. We're going to go in with our next shadow. Also from Inglot, this is number 461. It's kind of like a sparkly taupe color. And we're going to be applying that with a fluffy dome brush. You're just going to tilt your head back if you're applying this on yourself. And we're just going to put that right inside of our crease, all the way from the outer V to the inner corner. And we're putting that inner crease, extending it slightly past our crease. If you have a hooded or mono lid, you're only going to take it 2/3 of the way in. So you want to stop that color at your pupil. So you're going to take it from the edge of your eye to your pupil area. If you have an almond shaped eye, you can just keep going from end to beginning to end. And you're just going to keep applying color till you get the saturation that you like. It is a fairly light color, so it won't be very noticeable, but it's just enough to add some definition to the eye. Once you've applied that color to your crease area, we're going to go in with our next color, which is also an Inglot shadow, number 329. It's a dark brown, and we're going to be applying that with a pencil brush. You're going to apply this color starting at the outer V and just bringing it down towards your lash line. And then bringing it up towards the outer V crease area. We're just keeping it in that V area. We're not extending it past that outer edge. And we're going to blend the inward. You can go ahead and push that into your crease a bit. Okay, just to blend that color, I'm going to go back in with our fluffy dome brush. And I'm just going to blend out the very edge of where the brown meets our lid color. And I'm also going to work in that crease a little bit as well. Lastly, we're going to go in with a matte white shadow. This is an Inglot shadow. It's number 373, but any matte white shadow will do. And again, we're just using a flat shader brush. And I'm going to apply this right underneath of our brow. I'm going to bring that down right to about where, slightly above that color that we put into our crease. Next, we're going to take some more of that dark brown color and we're going to put it on our lower lash line. And we're going to start it right where the outer V ends and just pull it down from there. And I'm just going to bring it about 2/3 of the way down my lash line. After I get it 2/3 of the way down, I'm going to go in with that taupe color and just blend it right underneath to kind of soften the bottom edge of it. Next, I'm going in with Makeup Forever's Aqua pencil in number 23L, and we're going to put that right in our waterline. I'm also going to use this as a base for our inner corner highlight. So I'm going to gently trace that on the inner corner of our eye and bring it in slightly to the lid, but just that inner corner area. And over top of that, we're just going to apply a pearl white color. And we're just going to apply that pearl white color with a pencil brush right in the inner corner of our eye, bringing it up slightly toward the lid and down a bit on our lash line. Be careful when you're applying color, a highlight color on the inner corner of your eye when you bring it down, because if you don't blend it well into the other color that's on your lash line, it can really make you look tired. So after you put it on there, don't hesitate to just bring your finger and warm it into the other color. After you're done with the shadow, we're going to go in with our liner, and I'm just going to create a classic wing liner. I am using a liner brush. The way that we're going to start this liner is by using the edge of our brow as a guide. We're going to take our brush and we're going to line it up with the end of our brow, and we're going to pull it downward. That's going to be our first line. That's our guide. It doesn't matter if there's a gap or anything there, we're going to fill that in, but it's going to help us create a good shape. Then we're just going to take the liner and we're just going to follow our lash line. You can make this as thin or as thick as you want, but I always start out thin and then decide from there. I'm just following our lash line. I'm actually taking this all the way down to the end. I'm also getting a little bit underneath our tight line just to make that line look nice and dark. Okay, once we have a basic line set, I'm going to go ahead and fill it in for the shape. So I'm going to start at the edge of our lashes, and I'm just going to pull color up to meet the end of that line we created initially. Once that's filled in, I'm going to start back at the top, and I'm going to make sure that line flows evenly into the line that we created on our lid. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to add a little highlighter to my face because I want this look to be very glowy, dewy, fresh looking. And I'm actually using a highlighter by the Balm Cosmetics. It's BALM, and it's actually called MARYLOU Minizer, which is cool. This is the cover. I'm just going to apply that right at the height of my cheeks, blending that into my blush. And you want to bring that also up and around towards your temples. So here is my take on classic holiday makeup. It's a great look, perfect for a Christmas party, New Year's, or really any time of year. I really hope that you've enjoyed it. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Send me your comments, send me your video requests. I really love to hear what you want to see. And until next time, beauty and blessings.